I'm going to count it down from three, and three, two, one, go.
All right, and we're off in earnest now. As they were just notified, skipping that cutscene at the end of this first stage, it's going to be detrimental. And a lot of times I can see it happening just on muscle memory. Through playing these games a lot, we've all become just kind of button spammers to, all right, let's move it along. I'm ready to get to the next piece. So that's something to really watch, and it might be one of those devil in the details type scenario. Easy to overlook, easy to hose yourself on 15 seconds. Seba Mardu clearing through fantastic speeds. Juiciform getting a little hurt by these iguanas and facing some damage. Seba Mardu is going to make up some fantastic time here. Juiciform pulling it back where he can, still taking some damage, but making sure to try and get through this quickly. He knows the pressure's on. And that draft jump, we've seen it. The monkey swinging, we're going to sing a lot more of it. It's something that just makes me stressed. It's an anxiety-inducing level. There's a lot of moving pieces, and you can easily just be completely thrown back to the start of the stage.
Yeah, it's so easy to lose a lot of progress in this level.
You're relying on a lot of good timing, a lot of good patterns. Really, you just got to hope you put the practice in and that it pays off. Steve Mardu clearing ahead. Fantastic speeds. We're currently at 137 for him, and we're nearing the latter half of the second stage here. I am going to try and readjust that screen capture just so we get a little bit of a clearer picture in between matches next time. But making some quick progress with this. Hippos not posing too much issue for Juiciform. Wow. All right. Steve Amardo is making it very difficult for Juiciform to catch up in any capacity here. He's nailing what he needs to get done.
Yeah, he's just not making any mistakes at all here.
No, this is very impressive. This is something that anybody would be hard pressed to beat. This might be a new bar setter for time, taking on Colty, I believe, who had the 326. Oh, there's the chuck from Juiciform. Moving on. And there it is. 310 for Seba Mardu. Shaved off a full 16 seconds. It's a very impressive performance. Let's have
Yeah.
Druciform wrap up their run here, and of course we're gonna go to some questions on this. That's as for being able to set the bar that high, there's definitely some questions I've got.
Yeah, that's a very strong run. I don't think I saw anything below like a 304 in practice. So a 310 in
In real,
competition is
yeah, and
amazing.
absolutely. All right, and there it is, 355. Better than anything I could have done. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys unmuted. Let's start with Druciform. I want to start with him. He are we unmuted? Are you there, bud?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, perfect. So something that I wanted to start with, not to dog on you too bad, but it was one of those things where you were trailing pretty consistently throughout the match. Um, what were some of your strategies to try and catch up? Were you banking on maybe a mess up out of him on Sibamaru? Were you hoping for just slow and steady wins the race, or was it what were you missing there? What was going on?
I was just hoping that, not to hope that someone else does poorly, but to hope for some kind of death on the stage that Sebum would get. But yeah, just trying to make it through without making mistakes myself was the priority.
Sure. All right. Focus on yourself and let the rest come naturally, and that's fine. That's a great way to handle a competition mindset. Um, Something I did see is you were taking a bit of damage there. Uh, do you think that kind of set you off on your patterns or threw you behind? Where do you feel that you started to stumble?
Uh, Honestly, I don't think I stood a chance of like having a speedrunner style like competition here, where this game's controls for me are just so unintuitive that
Sure.
I feel great that I didn't die.
Honestly, it would be me in the same boat as well. I sit here and say, where did you stumble? But it's something I couldn't have done at all. So you put up a fantastic performance regardless. 355 is where you set on the board. Nothing to be ashamed of at all. And yeah, you have a great mindset for it as well.
Yeah,
Anything
thank
that
you.
you want to say to the community or give some advice, talk on?
Uh, I mean, if you're into really difficult games, give this a try. Like, I've gained some respect for anyone who can play through this. Yeah,
Yeah, no, and that's something to definitely consider is these old school cartoon platformers. Just because it's an IP that's a little bit cuddly doesn't mean it won't give you a run for your money. But thanks for talking to me. I'm gonna move on to Steve and Mardo here for a second. Want to hear what they think. What a time! You really drilled that home. You set the new bar on the leaderboard here, even though we're still early in the day. Fantastic performance. What are some of your methods here? Your people are going to be curious. You hauled through those levels.
Well, for this time, I practice a lot. Some techniques for make a better performance with my time. And the last thing I have to practice was the perfect frame jump on the giraffe, and I have a lot of issues to performance that, and I feel so happy that in the run, with the pressure and with all of the viewers, I don't get nervous to do it.
No, and
Eh,
it definitely paid off. It was a fantastic performance, and like you said, be able to do it in real time. Very, very fortunate.
yeah.
Um, so,
Tell me.
were you seeing a lot of failures in your practice runs, or was this typical for you to perform very fast? Is
I think I do not my best performance because I feel nervous in making the run. When I hit the hyena and have some damage, I lose 1 second, and the
Mhm.
final part when you have to roar to the monkey, I failed to that attempt in the correct time. So, but by the way, I make some mistake that in my practice runs don't make. But I do some amazing things that don't happen in the practice. So
Absolutely.
it's like a tie. So I feel so happy with that.
Yeah, you definitely should. You've set a great time. People in chat are very happy with what they've seen.
Thank
I'm extremely impressed with what I've seen. Any final thoughts or stuff that you would like to say to the community?
Yeah, I would like to say that it's a very good instance for replay some games and share with people and comment and enjoy. I love Lion King, but the last time I played was in 5 years ago, and I have a lot of enjoy. I feel so jolly playing this game. Practicing was very good times.
Sure.
So for everyone who wants to participate, come and join to the Retro Olympics.
Fantastic, and we'll be glad to have them. Well, thank you guys for competing. That was a great performance. We're gonna get things ready for the next match here in just a couple minutes. All right. All right. For the next matchup, we have Manko. All right. For the next matchup, we have Manko Dax and Wolfman. I believe hashes have been confirmed already by Salty. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and get this page taken down. We have our streams visible. Wolfman on the right here, Manko Dax on the left. Take it from here. Salty?
Yep. Okay, we all ready to go here?
I believe so.
All right, sounds good. So I will count it down from 3, and then we will kick it off. So 3, 2, 1, go.
It starts.
All right, so Wolfman is standing in for Team USA today. Geographically accurate at the very least. We were having a little bit of difficulty getting a hold of some people, but he is sitting in as ringer. Only so much to really be said about Lion King until we get to those first couple of skips or frame perfect jumps. Timing is really the make or break in this game.
Seems like doing the ledge grab on anything really
Adds a
slows
lot.
things down. Like that's a second or two of animation just to drag himself up again.
Exactly, and it's gonna come out in the wash, or excuse me, it won't come out in the wash. Both of them staying on point. Manko Dax actually made up a bit of time there. Was able to proceed past Wolfman, but still neck and neck. A couple of seconds tops. This is the closest match we've had so far today. But, like we've said previously, that can all be eliminated in just one bad monkey throw, one bad draft jump, one bad hippo swing. And right there. It was early on in the stage. He has time to get right back into it, but that is going to cost him. Manko Dax is immediately back in the race. With it being only a couple seconds, this neck and neck pace, you can't afford losses like that. Manko's starting to work on that lead. Oh, and just as I speak up, he takes a death. This is the kind of competition we're looking for. Wolfman's back in it. I know it's corny, but this is really who we're deciding to who's the king here. Who is going to be made king? Oh, a couple of deaths out of both sides. Oh, and Wolfman takes a game over. That's going to be substantial. That's unfortunate. It's going to take some extreme error on Manko Dax's part. There's some of it. There's some of it right there. All right. Wow. This is what pressure can do to somebody who has practiced the game and performing it in a real live event. You can't anticipate your nerves. You can't anticipate performance.
Yeah, it just has a domino effect. Like once one thing goes wrong,
pressure mounts. Absolutely.
Yeah, the pressure mounts. You're just a little bit off, and then it happens again and again.
All right, and we're back to the point where Wolfman lost his continue previously. These darn hippo tails. And we get across the first chunk. Oh. It's nerve-wracking. Manko Dax closing in on him, though, only a couple seconds behind. It's been a neck-and-neck race this entire time. With the deaths, with the continues, it's amazing. It stayed as close as it has.
Game.
Yeah. They are almost on the same screen. Manko Dex taking one more loss here. Being that close to a checkpoint is going to hurt. Not to be deterred, though, he's making quick work of these hippos again. And as we've seen before, only a couple stumbles can put him right back in the race. And it really is the speed and performance you're seeing out of Manko Dex with those hippo tails, I think, puts him right back towards Wolfman. Wolfman seems to handle the monkey throws a little bit better from what I've seen, but anything to do with the water, Manko Dex has been killing it.
Yeah, Manko's getting across the water super fast.
And just like that, they're so close to each other once again. There it is. All right. Wolfman takes the win here with a 5:18. Manko Dex, I want to see what he pulls through, though. It's still a fantastic performance either way. This was a nail-biting race. And something I'm seeing from the community here in both Twitch chat, in the Retro Achievements chat. Oh, there we are. Just over 6 minutes. All right. Something I am seeing, guys, it looks like everybody has been nervous to compete on this, so don't fret that too much. Let's go ahead and get these guys turned down. Let's start with Manko Dex, if we could. Go ahead and get him unmuted on my end here. All right. Hey, what a race. That was something I'm sure you weren't anticipating, but you responded very appropriately. You and your competitor suffered a handful of deaths. One even had a game over in there. Not to be deterred, you guys kept pace, got right back in it. I didn't see anybody looks like it sat down the controller at all. How did you keep on putting one foot in front of the other despite that mounting pressure?
Hi. That has to be one of my worst performance in whole week. The nervous, I don't know, nothing works. I was listening. No, 6 minutes too long. Sad, bad performance.
Sure, but it's still something to be said that you kept your game, or you kept your head in the game. You didn't set down the controller. You didn't say, "Hey, I'm done here." You saw it through, and that is to be respected. Something I did try to bring up near the end of your guys' run was that it looks like everybody in this community that is going to be competing today, if they've spoken on how they're going to do, they say they're nervous and they might be suffering a loss. So it's not anything that you're going to be the only one that it happens to. I'm sure there's going to be some nail biters that we see regardless. That being said, what did you do in your practice that just you couldn't seem to pull out today? What were some of your moves that you thought were going to be a ringer, but they just didn't seem to come through?
No. The ostrich jumps, the double ostrich jumps, just was my nervous. I wasn't trying to make them. I was failing like 4 of them, and and I don't know.
Sure. No, it's something Salty and I were talking on is, once one small mistake happens, it only seems to encourage more. You get a little nervous and it just keeps building on itself. And anybody can understand that, especially anybody who's competed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was so no, and Wolfman gave me some advantage at some point, even that my jumps wasn't really good, but one more jump, the last ostrich double jump after the hippos, that was my failure, but that was my death.
That was the nail in the coffin, so to speak. I would agree with you there. That being said, I still think it was a respectable performance, if not in gameplay, in attitude. That being said, any final words or things that you'd like to say to the community?
keep on practicing, keep on playing, and let's E Alfaro make his run so maybe he can beat Clyde 326 so we can win 2-1 to this match.
Yes, and we do have him prepared to run. I believe a referee is going to set in with him and take the run, just so we can get a time produced for that. So hold tight on that, and we do hope to have it. Otherwise, Manko, thank you for your time. Thank you for your performance. Good to have you.
Thank you, all of you.